Dominique is here, and this is that moment in the show where I will ask him a series of hard-hitting, provocative questions, and he will answer them whether he's ready to or not. Here we go. Dominique, if Kansas City beats Houston on Saturday, which team should their fans be rooting for on Sunday, Baltimore or Buffalo?
So they beat the Ravens this season, and they lost to the Bills. But they should be rooting for the Bills. I think the Bills, though they won, are closer to a one-dimensional team than the Ravens. The Ravens have multiple ways to beat you, and I think they present more offensive problems and a better defense, especially now that they've made some changes with their linebackers and their safeties. So I think if they're looking for an easier path, it'd be the Bills over the Ravens.
They beat Baltimore by an inch. We all remember the season opener. Isaiah Likely's toe was just out of bounds. I'm looking at everybody's face to see if I think that they agree or not. Jeff, which team would you give what we're really asking is, who has a better chance to knock off Kansas City in their building? The Bills or the Ravens?
The Ravens have a better chance to knock them off, in my opinion. And I love the Bills, but it would be another miracle performance from Josh Allen to do it.
Anybody else think so? I mean, I feel like Josh always plays them very well.
I'm not with the guys on that one. Because what we have been talking about all year is that Lamar has to show up in the playoffs. We haven't seen that. We've been praising Josh Allen for his playoff performances. I think if you're the Bills, if you're Josh Allen, if you get through Lamar Jackson, right, who you already feel like I'm the MVP, not him, I think that team goes into Arrowhead feeling a little differently.
They could lose to either team for sure, but I think the Chiefs' ability to run the football is compromised against the Ravens in a way that I think it's not against.
Quick final one, Hawk.
It's a toss-up. It's 50-50. I would say if I'm the Chiefs, I'd rather play the Ravens.
Okay,
so
fair enough. So we're split down the middle. Next question for Dominique. Which quarterback do you have more trust in to engineer a game-winning drive if he needs to? Jaden Daniels?
Oh, come on.
Jared
Come on.
Jaden Daniels.
Give me the rookie.
He's wearing his little commander pants.
I'm a Jared Goff supporter.
My man was on Pappy Sacrament last night or something. I don't know what's going down. What happened to you?
I had a little bit of the blood. I had a little sip of the blood. It's all right. But I still think that my opinion is right. Like, I think Jared Goff is incredible, and I don't mean this as disrespect to Jared Goff, but we've seen one season from Jaden Daniels, and he's been the best fourth quarter and comeback quarterback that we've had.
The man is dressed like a commander, first of all, okay? He's dressed like a commander.
I love what he sees. I want to be able to go home. I want to be able to go home.
Let's make one thing very clear for those who don't know the statistic. The Washington Commanders this year, including the playoff game last week, won six games in which their winning score came either in the final 10 seconds of regulation or overtime.
I'll give you another one. Jaden Daniels, 5 go-ahead touchdown passes in the fourth or overtime. Most in NFL history by a rookie. I'm with you.
Yeah, okay. I'm with him.
Yeah, you alone, Jeff.
Wait, give me a shot of Jeff. Give me a nice camera shot on Jeff here, if we can. Yeah, exactly right. That's what he was doing, Jeff.
That was it.
Check it. Okay, one more. Here's our last one. Let's live in a world where the Rams this Sunday slow down Saquon Barkley. They've shut him down. And this game becomes a question of Jalen Hurts needing to win it with his arm. Does he do it?
Yeah, I think he does. Those receivers are incredible. That tight end pushed a defensive back into next week and scored a touchdown. Like the help is there. The offensive line will protect him, and that defense is great. Even if they stop the run, I don't see a situation where you're asking Jalen Hurts to score 45 points or 35 points. It's going to be a low-scoring game, and I think Jalen Hurts, with the talent around him, has the ability to score enough with his arm because the way that they are going to have to stop Saquon Barkley in that offensive line, they're going to have to put 6, 7, 8, 9 men in the box.
Yes.
And you're going to have to be man-to-man on the outside.
I mean, if the quarterback can't be effective in that situation when you got one-on-one with A.J. Brown, then...
So, Hawk, we have played at different times here on this show a game called Something or Nothing. I've been waiting to get a receiver in here to ask this question. A.J. Brown reading a book on the sideline in the middle of a playoff game. Is that something or is it nothing?
That's something, Greeny. I'm sorry. I wanted to make it no big deal. It is something. Anytime you have something that you've never seen before, it can't be nothing. Like it's
impossible. Yes.
It's impossible for those two things to be true. Now, do I believe it's something positive? Yes. Because if that is A.J. Brown keeping his emotions in check, keeping his mentality in check, and he has to use a book to do it, so be it. You're not breaking the rules. You have whatever you need to get to Zen, get there.
Yeah.
And they are sitting there like nothing. They're
Nothing.
like, okay.
Well, I mean, did you have anything like this? Did your teams ever do anything?
Well, I've heard stories. I mean, people do a bunch of things, as Coach Sirianni pointed out. When we were in Cleveland, we had a breathing coach.
This is unbelievable.
And at
breathing
some point,
coach? Was it not obvious your team
we
was
had a
breathing?
consultant come in and talk about the importance of your breath throughout the game and on the sideline, and we went through a series of workshops.
Quick question.
What was the record that
What was
season?
your record
What was
that
the record
year?
that season?
It would have been, at that time, I think we went 1-15 that season.
A lot of heavy breathing.
They might have been coming to check if we were breathing. It might have been a doctor. Now that I think about it, it might have just been. Yeah. Those were physicals, actually. I'm sorry.
It was just checking.
Mid-season
Breathing,
physicals.
heartmight, we're not sure.
Like we think Hawk might have died in week 3.
Okay.
Nope.
Let's try and get back, if I can.
I'm sorry you went through that, bro. Thank you, man.
Sorry you went through that. That's tough, man. Don't you wish you'd have known about the
One game, Greedy.
Yeah.
One game. That ain't right.
That's not right.
I would love to have been the reporter who was asking questions about the breathing specialist
You
on
wouldn't
the
have been,
sideline.
Greedy.
All kidding aside, like, is this nothing? I mean, the fact that AJ Brown, I mean, he's reading a book. I mean, they're going to make it nothing because it's nothing and they win. Does it suggest? No, nothing.
Nothing.
It is weird they're winning, though. They're winning. It's a playoff game, and you're just.
Here's the deal. If that's what he's doing to keep himself in a space where he's not ripping at the quarterback or yelling or whatever you got to do to be positive and stay positive,
okay,
you're going to allow them to do it. To his point, and all joking aside, every team has sports psychologists who are interviewing these guys and talking to these guys. Everybody is trying to make sure that we stay kumbaya game time. If that helps them win, roll with it.
There's some guys that are on the roster in part because they can play football and in part because the one dude on the team that nobody can talk to, he can talk to him. Like football is an unusual game, and we play with some unusual guys. And if the worst thing he got to do is read a book, thank you, because I've been with some guys that had to do a lot worse.
I was going to say.
I can tell you some stories. Let's go to commercial, Green. I got some.
He's flashback right now.
All right, we continue as we Divisional weekend, the best weekend of the year. So let's do some bold predictions. Neek, Texans, Chiefs, Saturday, 4:30 Eastern, ESPN and ABC. Give me a bold prediction.
Well, I need Nico Collins to exploit the DBs for Kansas City Chiefs. Nico Collins is one of the best receivers in football. This offense is different when Nico is out there playing well. If the O-line can hold up long enough to give C.J. Stroud some time, I think Nico Collins could be a problem.
They're looking for ways.
Yeah, Chris Jones is a bigger problem.
Jeff, who do you think comes up big in this game?
Chiefs run game. Isaiah Pacheco or Kareem Hunt. You can go either way, but don't ever forget what Andy Reid does in the playoffs. He leans on that run game. It'll take pressure off the left tackle. He wants to play physical and then allow Mahomes to be magic man when it counts. I love this matchup for the Chiefs up front. They're going to get after it, and the Texans are going to have to match it to have any shot.
So that one's Saturday afternoon. Saturday night, Kmart, give me a bold prediction. Commanders at Lions.
Bold. I'm going to give you bold. Jaden Daniels is going to throw 4 touchdowns against the Lions and make this game a lot closer than Jeff Saturday might think.
Wow. Neek, can Jaden pull off what would be one of the genuinely great upsets in recent memory?
If he's throwing 4 touchdowns, hell yeah. I mean, I think Jaden's deep ball accuracy combined with his athleticism is very difficult for anybody to stop. And then you put the poise of a veteran on top of it. I think he plays well in this game. Well enough to knock off the 1 seed? I don't know about that.
Well, look, the Lions defense certainly has struggled, so we'll see. Teddy Bruschi said to me the other day, rookie rules don't apply to Jaden Daniels.
That's the truth.
So we will see. Jeff, let's go to Sunday, the earlier of the games. Rams, Eagles, give me a bold prediction.
A.J. Brown going to be a heat-seeking missile, over 100 yards and a touchdown. And again, he did it the first time he played. He got 5 of 6 matchups in man-to-man coverage. What did he do? 97 yards and a touchdown. The Rams are going to have to do something to slow down Saquon Barkley. They rushed for almost 300 yards. So A.J. Brown going to be reading books, staying in his Zen mode. Make it happen.
You like AJ chapter and verse. Oh, look, Nick. Look at Dominique. Hawk.
I like that.
How can if the Rams are going to pull off an upset here, how would they do it?
Matt Stafford makes things interesting. Matt Stafford is the best arm talent in the NFL. When he's on, he is special. And if you saw him versus the Vikings very early, he was dialed in. Now, they'll have to figure out how to stop the run game versus the Eagles. But Matt Stafford is the equalizer. That was the throw.
And then
Chào tất cả các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay của mình sẽ là những video